Hello, welcome back to Biomutant. We are going to go on a mission to see if I can improve the goo glide usage in this game. I don't think it is going to, but the issue I have right now, and before I get started, thank you for joining me. If you're joining me on the live stream, thank you. If you're joining me on the recording of the live stream, thank you. Do me a quick favor. Jump down in the comment section and say hi. Go one step further and leave a comment on a game that you'd like to see streamed, and I will stream it. And then hit that like and notification and the bell. So hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so that you're notified when I do go live with a game that you suggested or just games that I've been streaming. I'd really like to hear from you. So Biomutant, right now the issue that I'm having
A story
is...
has got to keep moving forward.
The issue that I do have is that I can't use my goo glide wherever I want to. And the goo glide in the game is my water transport. And you can see how I can't spawn it here. So let's try to see if I can spawn it while I'm standing on ground. So I'll try to do that. And you can see, like it says, can't spawn selected transport here. But it is a water vehicle, so I'm very curious as to why that is. I don't know whether or not it's a specific level that I need my goo glide to be at. There have been areas of the game where the goo glide is... I kill all my creatures because I'm trying to go dark. The goo glide will reach a specific area, like a thick... It's got some kind of debris in the water or some thick substance that I need to use a better engine for, so I've upgraded the goo glide to a level 2. I don't know whether or not upgrading the goo glide further will let me use my goo glide wherever I want to. That's the issue that I'm having right now, and I'm going to give it a little bit of attention now so to see if maybe they'll unlock it. I don't like the fact that I cannot use my goo glide wherever I want to, because there's some cool areas that I'd like to, explore on water. So, we are going to do one of the missions that are specific to the goo glide. I'm going to go over here to the journal. I'm going to go over to side missions. And then there is a specific one for the goo glide up here near the top. Right there. So I'm going to focus on this one and collect some wreck boxes. I don't think it's going to change anything, but we'll focus on this particular mission. There are a lot of railroad tracks in the game. I think it would have been... Maybe there is. There's some transports that I've seen in the trailers that... Oh, that tree's just growing right where I don't want it to. And when I say that is, there's a lot of transports in the game. There's one with like a hand that crawls on the ground. I think there's even a flying transport. I definitely have a good number of transport slots right here. And I've only filled up 3 of them. And I've been playing roughly... Let's see, let's go ahead and save the game real quick. And if you want to see in a previous stream... it's a very quick stream, that the playtime recording for Biomutant continues to tick if you don't put the game into a suspended state. So you can see it shows that I've been playing for 1 day, 14 hours, and 32 minutes. That's incorrect. So what you have to do is subtract 20 hours from that, because there's 2 times where I have... gone to sleep or gone to work, and I forgot to shut the game down, and I just put the system into a suspended state. But if the game is not turned off, and if you put the system into a suspended state and the game is still running, the timer continues to run. So I've really been playing it for about 54 hours, not 1 day, 14 hours. So right now I'm subtracting about 10 hours, and that's about the playtime that I have in there. So, well over 24 hours of playtime. I've heard rumors that the game was only 10 hours long, and that is obviously very incorrect. I don't know why I can't make both of those jumps. Surprised it doesn't kill my animal. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of gameplay, and there's a lot of gameplay left. I'm not sure where I heard the game is only 10 hours, but I think any game that if you just went straight through, again, I've done side quests, but not a lot of them. I mean, you can see here, in my journal that my side quests, I mean, I've got a lot still left to complete. And then my main quests, it's either here, like I haven't even completed all of those. And I know these are sort of ongoing main missions. And I haven't been, I don't know, I don't think I've been exploring, but I've at least been doing something each time. I'm progressing. And you can even see, like, down at the bottom, my game progress is 14%. 14%. There's a lot of gameplay left. I think the 10 hours might have been somebody just rushing through it all, playing it on easy, and I would say that'd be possible. Is this a clip? Yeah, I can clip right through this. I was like, man, can I go all the way under that? Wonder if I...
Stories only survive if someone is listening.
Well, that's interesting.
So pay attention.
So it has a... Like, I can't clip through it as just the character. It looks like I can clip through it. Oh, I can't. Okay. It's just my animal can clip through it. Anywho. Sorry, we were going to do the Blue Glide wreck boxes. I'm going to do a little bit of traversal here. I will say that the game has grown on me. I have started to appreciate the world that has been built. I've kind of not looked past or ignored the bad parts of the game and the parts of the game that need to be fixed, but I've kind of shifted my focus to the good parts of the game. And there are good parts. They're just sort of haphazardly put together, these good parts and bad parts. And I still kind of stick by there are parts of this game that feel like they're in version 1.0 still, and then there are parts of the game that we'll call version 3.0, the best version currently. They haven't updated the game yet. The current version that I am on, if we go to system here, map maybe, somewhere in here they show the version that you're currently playing on. I think it would be in system settings. Alright, so down at the bottom left, in settings, you'll see I'm on version 1.30. So I guess there's some portions of the game that feel like they're version 1.0, and there's versions 1.2, and then there's other things that still feel like they're version 1.201, and then there's parts that are 1.3. It just feels like some areas have gotten more attention than others, updated and fixed, but there's still areas that still need that underground area there to explore. Alright, off we go. Yeah, this is sort of one of them. Like, the area is wet, so they've kind of put this texture over it, but it kind of breaks down, as you can see in front of you. I'm hoping they do a next-gen update for the game. They'd really harness the power of the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. That would be appreciated. Now you get into areas like this, and some of the beauty of the game starts to break down a little bit. And again, that narrator, you can turn the frequency down how much he talks. I'm just leaving it on as high as it can go, so that I can hear the dialogue that he kind of narrates areas that you're going into, and he'll describe them to you, and you kind of come up on an area. Maybe he'll do it over here, so if he doesn't, then it's just an area I think I've already had him narrate this area. But for example, you're walking up on a new area, like this right here, he would start to talk about this and kind of explain what it is. But once I've done it already, then there's no need for him to repeat it. But that would be an example. Like, I don't know what this is up here, but when you walk into it, he'll explain it. And this is a totem right here that sort of you pray to, and then it just makes the area dark. And there's that dark bat. I don't know exactly what those are. They're light. You either dark light or light. No, dark aura, light aura. Mount is over here. And let's make it daylight.
There's a serenity about.
Again, that's very quick. Alright, we're going to go ahead and fast travel the rest of the way. I have to be off my mount, though. Where are we going here? Closest fast travel point is right there. It's about 12 seconds for loading. That's why I'm hoping for a next-gen update for the PlayStation 5, so whenever we go into this, there's almost no loading times.
Such a pretty surf.
All right, we'll come back to you. So here's what I'm talking about. So if I go into here, I have my Goo Glide. Goo Glide works here. And it seems like this is the only place that the Goo Glide works, is here. This area of the map, down here. This is seems to be the only place that the Goo Glide works. And maybe it's because this is more of a water area. Maybe that's why I need it, where over here there's more land, and then... But even this goo, this oil right here, I can't use the Goo Glide on, which is kind of weird, right? Alright, we're going to work on these Goo Glide boxes. Sort of very similar. I wonder if I can fish. Let me go over and talk to these. If I can talk to these too.
Says no matter how weird you think the world's getting, it keeps getting weirder. There's a poppet here named Maya who does things with her poppets. Lives way deep in the mire. Steer clear of her. Here she's this weird hag who uses poppet magic. Believes Maya lives in the mire, where at least she can't hurt too many. Been hearing stories about her since they were a kidling too. Still hates the sight of poppets because of those tales. Says you're a fool for thinking Maya will tell you.
Alright, see, that's cool. And the game does that a lot. I'd say a lot more than most games do. Like interacting with NPCs can lead to side missions.
Turned out better if your parents had been there for you.
So I'm curious, again, I've gone the dark direction. I'm wondering, and I think it does show up the most in dialogue. I don't really see it much in the world, but it does show up quite frequently in dialogue. It's hinted at your decision to go dark. Again, hinted. This sort of hints at, like, turned out better. I guess that could be the same as if I went towards the light side, but I'd like to see how the game changes when I do go that way. So that's a reason for me to replay.
Wishes you goodbye.
But again, as I was saying before, the game does have a lot of side missions and NPCs that you can talk to that will give you missions, and most of them have dialogue. And I say most of them, but the narrator does come on and translate for you for those characters, but they have their gibberish, so they're kind of talking to you, and then you have the narrator's translator come in and explain to you what the conversation was about. Be nice to get some resources from this thing. There's a little glitch they need to fix. Fix the glitch. Alright, this pulls this off so then I can go and pick it up. Alright, away we go. Watch the mines.
See that broken boat over there? Looks like it still floats. Seems steady enough.
In this area right here, I need an engine requirement 2 to get through here, and I've already upgraded to that.
Great shot.
Take this guy out first.
Slice and dice. Right where it cuts. Knuckle duckle. All things out. Ooh. Shot through. King. Gotta hurt. Shot it up. Key overflow. Who needs a weapon? You're low on health. Slash and dash.
Got a Wung Fu Master Trophy. Who else is shooting? This guy. Oh, is this up here? I've been letting this thing own me for far too long. Come on. There we go.
Tap hard. Someone always thinks they can beat you. We all share the same destiny. Destruction or survival.
I'm currently playing on easy. This is a light dark decision right here.
This one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you only follow your own personal code and is worried you've lost your respect for life. Asks
I am going
you
to
do
punch
the
you.
right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions.
And I'm gonna punch you. Let's go dark. Keep going dark.
It's sad to see you're staying on this road to ruin and that you're so determined to help no one other than yourself.
Boom.
Can you feel that? It's getting dusky in here.
Hold up! There's no need to rush into things.
Sounds like you're just flat out lazy to me.
Lazy? Because I fight against the dark.
Because you're against just getting things done.
I wish those two would come up more frequently. The narrator, Shaw, certainly gets, David Shaw, certainly gets more time than some of the other voice actors. Switch my gear here. One thing I'm unsure of is I'm in an area that needs to have things unlocked.
This rope seems solid. A new day's here. Might not be so many left.
But I don't know
Seems
where
like a
it's
sturdy rope.
at anymore. Like, where is the... I'm in this area. Okay, just I need to zoom in on it. Alright, so broken bot. If I go over here, if I hover over Fluffy Hulk Nest, or Fluff Hulk Nest, nope. Over here to... Yeah, that's weird. Quack Hollow. I guess it's just where I'm currently, the area I'm currently in. So I think if I walk over to, let's say, Quack Hollow, it'll tell me the area objectives. But since I'm currently standing in Broken Boat, it tells me what those are. Okay. So I just need to get the resource totem. And again, I've mentioned in previous ones, so all I need to do to complete it, here, we'll go over here. Probably not the best way to do it, but just to make an explanation. The area objectives just require me to take this down.
Scrap, plastic or otherwise.
Alright, so I've completed this area, but don't let that fool you. And they're not doing it intentionally, and they didn't do anything wrong on this. There are other resources for you to find, and that's sort of made apparent by this resource that's over here. Even though it's sort of a hidden resource, it's not part of the area objective, so you would possibly lose out on some of this stuff, so don't forget it. Look everywhere and enjoy the exploration, because there are things to be found that they won't tell you about, and that's a good game. We don't need to rest there. Pretty much daylight. I prefer the game in daylight. I don't know if I get any benefits, and I think the game should. I think you should get some benefits if you're playing in the dark and you're a dark character.
Not going to.
Should be a sound there, like some sound of me strangling that animal. All right, let's jump on the Goo Glide. I've mentioned in other videos, I don't know if I've mentioned this one already, that there are places that you cannot use your Goo Glide. And it's unfortunate because there are...
The light of day shows how bad the world has become.
There are a ton of areas in the game that have water. But this is the only area, we'll call it biome. This is the only biome that you can use your Goo Glide in. And then there's other areas that have large bodies of water, especially over here in these canals and things that you can explore. You can't use your Goo Glide there. Very, very strange to me. Yeah, they need to fix this glitching boat. Make a note of that real quick. In previous streams, I've also mentioned that I do take a lot of notes for my games. It just makes addressing them later much easier. I have like 2 Biomutant problem videos. One has been the playtime, and the other one has been the light and audio shifts that the game sometimes goes through in certain areas that need to be fixed. And then the glitched enemy boat sink animation. Hopefully that's something they can fix. Hopefully they're paying attention. THQ, I really hope you're paying attention. You've got a great game here, but it's marred and brought down to an okay game with some of the issues that it has. Otherwise it could be a great game. But community is brutal, and you should know that. So when you release a game that's got problems like this does, they're not going to stick it out and explore and tolerate. There is some tolerance curves that you have to get past to enjoy this game. I don't think people in this day and age are willing to do that. I certainly got to some really dark places with this game to where I was ready to just remove it from my hard drive, and like maybe I'll come back to it when it's fixed. And it does. I'll play it again, and I hope they have a next gen update, like I've said before. But they're like this right here, like this area. This looks gorgeous. Looks really nice. And then you're gonna find games that don't look so nice, or parts of the area, parts of the game, areas of the game that don't look as nice. And that's going to ruin people's experience. I haven't done a great job with parrying.
Bang, bang.
One thing I'm not good at. Hope he gives me a resource. Good.
Looks valuable.
See, that combat has gotten better, and combat has gotten better for me because I've remapped my controls to where I don't have to take my fingers off my analog sticks. That way I can move in the direction I want to. The L3 is my dodge, the R3 is my parry, and then my melee is my R1, my Wu-Tang, Wang Fu, I don't remember what it's called. Oh, let's go over here to character. We're gonna do a strength.
Swole.
Increase my melee to make melee more enjoyable. Wang Fu, sorry, my Wang Fu button is essentially the button that adds to the Wang Fu combo builder. So as you do combos in the game, and I can't pick this thing up. Oh, I got it already. As you do like a 1, 2, and down at the bottom right you see the Drunken Art, and that's for this particular one-handed melee weapon. So I go 1, 2, and then I hit the Wang Fu button, and I've mapped that to the L1. So I don't have to take my fingers off the analog sticks, and I can keep the camera where I want it to be. I can aim it at whatever enemy I need to, and still do my... Sorry if that's disorienting for people, but I've put run. I don't use run a lot while I'm combating, and if I need to, I just don't use it as frequently. And then my reload button is over at the circle, and because I've gotten because I've gotten this new ability to where I can reload sort of Gears of War style and give my bullets a little bit more damage because I reloaded on time. And it's a cool thing with reloading in this game. It's not timed, so if I deplete my ammo, it's going to get to a red state right here, right? And it lets me reload it and still get the benefit, as long as I reload it before I let the weapon itself deplete itself. So if I just pull the trigger and let the ammo bleed out itself, and then I force the weapon to be reloaded because it's fully empty, I don't get the benefit. But if I deplete it to a point where it's red, it will stay there, and I can reload at any time. As long as I reload before I let the weapon automatically do it, I hit it, and you see how the bullets all kind of flash? I get that benefit. But the good thing is if I'm shooting, and I get to that point where I need to reload, I instantly reload and can continue shooting. And right now I have that on my circle button. I might want to switch that over to like my R3, because I'm not great at parrying. I'm more of a ranged player. I might hit my my reload button over to my R3. But I need to learn to parry better. Sorry, I'm getting way distracted here. Let's get down and get this other goo glide part. Oh, that might not be the one.
You have things to do.
Okay, how do I get down there? That's a possible... when I look at things like this to where you've got rubble inside of what looks like it could be a tunnel. Let's look at the map and kind of see where I'm at. Pretty much right up against the map. That is... This whole area down here could be expansion capability. It'd be cool if they did that. I don't think they're going to, but again, I have this whole other area here to explore. A bunch of stuff up here too. That's where the game is growing on me. It took a while. It took a while, but it has grown on me. I'm curious what the end game will be like.
Worthwhile.
Alright, maybe I need to go definitely underground. Let's see if it gives me an idea of where to go. Alright, so this is also a good thing. And I don't see a lot of game maps doing this. So there are underground areas in Biomutant. And they are marked, their entrance for those underground areas. Like I'm trying to figure out how to get to this goo glide piece. And I don't know where the entrance is at. But they give you a small little lighted entrance indicator here saying, here's how you get into the underground area. That is excellent. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, I don't think I know of many games that do that, or even give you that indication that, hey, here's where you need to go in. Alright, so that being said, I need to mark it. There's another thing is I can't put a... That's something I need to write down real quick. Give me a quick second. They need to add a manual waypoint marker or non icon locations. And what I mean by that is I can't place a waypoint wherever I want to. Like there is no ability to place a waypoint right here. The only way I can place a waypoint on something is if I'm hovering over another icon. Like this guy right here. See how I can place a waypoint on that fast travel point? Why would I need to place a waypoint on a fast travel point to begin with? I just fast travel there. But it might give those players the abilities, like I just want to go in that direction. I don't want to fast travel. I want to enjoy the world. So I'll give it that. But if I want to go to a place like this, I can't put a waypoint there I just have to remember where it's at. So it is currently to the west of my location right now. I need to turn left. That's the only way that I can orient myself, other than just being able to put a marker wherever I want to in the world. And to be honest, the marker system, like, man, look at this right here. This is a gorgeous looking area right here. But then you're going to reach areas in the game, you're like, man, that doesn't look the same as the other nice looking areas.
Wow! A smart foe would leave now.
Alright, there's other enemies over here. They sort of have a zone that they like territory that they want to stay in. If they get too far away from it, they'll back up.
Blasting everything to bits.
Alright, I don't think these... Oh, they do give me resources. Not all the enemies give resources. I don't know if it's randomized or based on the species of the enemy, but not all of them give me resources. Check this guy. I think he's gone for good. Alright, here's the entrance. Another thing is I wish that you could climb. Whoa. I think that's about the most climbing I've ever seen the character do in the game. But it wasn't really climbing, it was me just jumping.
The trees arc
right?
toward the water.
So I'm not really climbing, I'm just jumping on geometry. There is no climbing. See, like there should be some clambering here, right? Should be able to jump up here and then clambering. That's another thing I need to put in here for my notes. Game needs clambering. Clambering. How do you spell clambering? Is that a word? Like C-L-A-M-B-E-R-I-N-G, right? Okay, yeah. See, it appears... I think what it does is, if you... I guess that's kind of clambering. You have to hit the double jump, though. And if you double jump, you'll clamber, but it doesn't auto-clamber. You have to sort of double jump it. Okay, so there's sort of clambering. Alright, let's see what we got in here.
What a blow!
Resources? None? Aww.
You found Bang Shelter 2E, courtesy of the Toxanol Corporation.
So I need the radioactive suit before I can go in here and complete the goo glide rec boxes. So
Hide or hunt tonight. That's your call.
I need to go into my journal. Side mission for the there's a heat radionic detection. Oh, there it is, radioactivity suit. So I need to go do this mission. Where is that at. Looking for the blinking. Oh, there it is right there. Alright, so here you can place a waypoint on objectives. But even the waypoint system here isn't the greatest. Let's, the fastest point, I don't have a fast travel point, so we're just going to make our way over there on foot and via Google Glide. So that red waypoint is not the greatest. We're going to get our Google Glide here. Why can't I spawn my transport? Too shallow? Oh. Shallow area. Let's see what I can do with this Google Glide right now. Level 3. That's its engine.
Making
Should be able to go
better.
faster. Alright, I like that nose. Cool looking. Stern is the dragon fin. I'll keep the dragon tail. Alright, so the waypoints I was talking about before. There is essentially a waypoint for the mission, and that's pretty much what's underneath the manual waypoint, which is the red mark. Now that red mark is not always... It essentially hovers like a beacon over the area versus being attached to the area I need to go. I have no idea why that marker just suddenly disappeared. It might have gone behind the...
Might have to find a towel after this.
See, that's why I appreciate Shaw's work. Like, it sounds like he's one of those Planet Earth, David Attenborough kind of narrators. So I've appreciated his work, and it's gotten to that point to where there's just a little bit of a side dialogue there to kind of keep me company, I guess.
It's an undersurfer, all alone without anyone in it. Yet.
Is this an undersurfer right here? Undersurfer. Oh. An undersurfer is a submarine. I do think this game needs a little bit more tender loving care, because I wouldn't mind having the Biomutant art and lore book. I mean, is there even one out there? I know there was a collector's edition for Biomutant. And I'm curious what's in it, or if there. I'm going to Amazon right now and I'm searching Biomutant. And I'm going to see if there's any specific stuff for Biomutant that can be collectible. Excuse me. There's a Biomutant Standard Edition, Biomutant Collector's Edition, Xbox One Collector's Edition, Biomutant Atomic Edition, $399 for a Biomutant Atomic Edition. And inside that is what looks like the Biomutant figure. It's got sort of a model of one of the enemies.
You need to believe how serious this is if you want to have any effect on it.
It's pretty much a statue. It's got some other collectible stuff in it, maybe a t-shirt, a map. What I'm interested in, though, would be a Biomutant art book. Like the art of Biomutant. Maybe some lore. There's some like displate stuff. Does not look like there's any art books though, which I would be interested in. I would be interested in Biomutant art book. And again, this game has some interesting parts, but those interesting parts are shrouded by bad parts.
Wood scrap's great for building things. Scrapalicious.
See if there's anything. Ooh, can I go down in this thing? Oh, that would have been amazing. You go down inside of it. Maybe like this could be like my hub or my place where I live. Alright, so yeah, there's 2 markers up there. I should be able to get over this.
Check out that ping dish. Good as a landmark, if nothing else.
Alright, so the ping dishes are these radar kind of stations. And they have this radar dish that I orient to where I can find where the radioactive suit is at.
See that e-waste? You could use that for sure.
And that's been pretty much the same for all the hazard suits. I find this ping dish. The ping dish I rotate until I feel the vibration in the controller, and I ping it. There's usually a combat. Yep, there's usually a combat up here. Alright, first we need to get rid of the turret, because that thing's annoying.
Took care. Super effective. Hot metal.
Ooh. Oh. It's always great when you get into a point of the game. Like, I don't think I take damage, right, when I pause? Okay, I don't. Give me a quick second, I'll be right back. Alright. Ooh, that mic was a little bit too close. Alright, back at it.
Itchy trigger finger.
Batter up.
That hurt 'em. Energy overcharge. Flying fists. Wiped out. Fists of Fury. Watch it. One at half his health. In the face.
All right. Again, these ping dish areas are all identical. I think there's some that have like more grass, they're overgrown more than the other ping dish areas, so I don't necessarily think or know if they are all absolutely identical. Man, this looks like a key. Does this look like a key? Scavenger hunt. That's what. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I just had a thought. I think it would be cool if the community came together. Well, first THQ Nordic needs to come up with this. Please feel free if you happen to be watching this THQ. Have THQ generate community scavenger hunt challenges. And they would have to be some pretty challenging stuff. So, like, one of the examples would be find this key made from pipe and tire. And then they put a point on this specific object, like find this one. And if it's in multiple areas, then they could easily go and find it. But it'd have to be a specific one, right? But I still think it would work. Like if this was in multiple areas and it's just sort of a cookie cutter like games have to do. They do cookie cutter sort of models that they just place into the world. Now, if this is something that they've generated and then they've duplicated and put somewhere else, then players just have to go to each one and find out which one that they're actually looking for. Or they just add an object into the world that players have to go find. And if you find them all,
That's a mind monitor from the days gone. A device that blip screened smart matter. Wouldn't be surprised if it still works.
Okay, the way he talks. So let's go into the journal of his dialogue. I think I don't know exactly what it lets me go back and read what he said before? I think these are people that are talking versus comments that he's made.
Looks like the inputters need to be linked to get the mind monitor to boot up. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's mind over matter, software over hardware. Success is peace of mind.
So you can see ping dish 3F. And because I'm in this ping dish area, I go back into my map, and then it'll show you the area I'm in, so if you need to see what your objectives are. So a green ATM, a resource totem, one of two have been, and then superb loot, and then old world gadget. I wish I could have that thing stay up there. But there's an idea for you, THQ Nordic. Have community scavenger hunts. So place a item in the world, and then players go and try to find it.
A critic.
A critter. Critter? Come on, there needs to be a little sound. You're like, oh, he's got him. And then I kill it, and it goes. That's all you need to do. Just add a little sound on there. A little suffering sound. Alright, was there any other animals in here? Alright, let's see if we can find the other items.
Should be able to see farther soon.
Is that a totem? Yeah, that's a totem pole. Resource totem.
Make something shiny out of that metal.
Alright, so that's resource totems done. Needs herb loot, old world gadget. Oh, I need to upgrade my crowbar. Yeah, some of the ping dishes do have more overgrown, like the whole step area here. Unless I'm missing something. Down in here. Yeah, I think maybe they change it up a little bit. I think one ping dish area that I've been in, the steps are completely overgrown with grass.
To get the ping dish to work, you need to line up the pong paddles for a proper match. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
I think I've only missed
That's
one of these.
Now you can ping all the dishes you like. Spin that paddle to turn the ping dish properly. Pingety ping ping. You found a transmessage.
I think it's behind the... It looks like it's behind that biohazard area. Alright, we'll come back here later, because I'm going to need a crowbar anyway. I better be able to spawn my vehicle here. Good.
Is your skin crawling yet?
Glitchy boat. Glitchy boat sinking. Yeah, need to fix that. Might make a video on that specific problem. There's an ice area here that I haven't gone to. Let's do a quick look at the map here. Yeah, okay, so I guess this whole area is just ice covered. I thought it was trees, but I guess it's ice. I haven't not I have not been over there yet.
You could head down to that crossway and try to flag yourself a ride.
It'd be cool if this switched over to a land vehicle, like a motorcycle or something. Alright, can I use my goo glide over here? I should be able to. Good, good.
Sharp steel.
Like a E Honda 100-hand slap.
It's like a whole different world down here. This is Bang Shelter 2G. Still rock solid.
So this area is pretty much identical to the other areas I've explored. These underground bunkers, I guess. But sometimes they definitely lay out things, I think it's collectibles, differently. Sometimes there's a cabinet or something just back behind this area that I was just in. Sometimes there's not. So I guess these cabinets and everything can be moved around to randomize sort of what the players can collect. I need to upgrade my crowbar next. Alright, there's the suit.
A perfect fit. A perfect fit.
Now see how quickly that you change there? See how it had an animation of quickly, like there was a swirl that was going around and then you changed costumes. That's what needs to happen. That's what the player needs to be able to do without having to... The way that I switch uniforms right now is I press start, then I go over to my gear, then I go 2 times over to outfits, and then I select the outfit that I want. That's how I select between hazard suits. And I have to generate a new one. Now, it'd be nice if I could put a the uniforms on sort of a quick access toggle or wheel.
Makes you look smarter.
Radiation.
You look good in that. Should cover up your most important parts. What?
Alright, then I'm going to put on... I like the Pichu pack. Energy regain. Just do that one. And then shoulder items here. Alright, and then that's essentially how I get my uniforms on. Now, I think it should be if you hold sort of a, maybe one of these four. See, I've got these wheels. It'd be nice if I held down and then I held the trigger button. Or there's pretty much what I've seen for biosuit options. And if there's more, then there's more. But it'd be nice if I held down and then on the bottom right there'd be like a square, triangle, circle, X to have your suit options to quickly switch between them. And then it just gives me that little swirl thing that they were showing me before. Should be a fairly simple and quick thing to do to let players more seamlessly access their items that are frequently needed. And the biosuits are frequently needed.
Feel that wind on your skin?
Alright, I am going to change my primary outfit. Alright, let's see what we've got for our head here. We've got a lot of stuff here. Just need to pick new outfit. Ooh, I like that. Go with this
one. A stylish cover for your brains.
Jesus, I've had the same face. And I can't unequip things. I have no idea why. I guess L3. Yeah, I have no idea why I can't. I need to write that down. Why I can't remove an item. Like there's no option to remove so that I have nothing on it. So gear slot needs a none option. N-O-N-E. Alright. Pretty much I made a note. Gear slots need a none option. And that is to remove and have no item worn on that slot. Alright. These are probably future videos that I need to make, and just hopefully just make a nice solid video for THQ Nordic to use to make updates on. But, you know, and I'm not really great on where I should be posting that stuff. YouTube's probably not the best way. Maybe going on to Reddit. I'll probably try to send an email. Like, here's some of the things that I found. So they don't have to watch through all my videos. I'll just compile it all. But yeah, I can't take this off. I'd have to scrap them both, which I'm going to do.
That's the good stuff.
Just so I can take it off. It's so weird. Maybe I'm missing something, but I can't take things off. Like I'm either wearing something, or not. Well, I'm either wearing something, but I can't wear nothing. If that makes sense. What I'm curious if I have this outfit. Yes, like this right here is like starting from scratch. I should be able to start from scratch. That's very weird. Anyway. Right over my gear. Let's see if I've got something better than this shirt. Oh, my energy regen went way, way down. Oh, so this t-shirt. Key energy. energy regen. It would go down to 0, but I like the outfit a lot better. Can I scrap my... Doesn't look like I can scrap my biohazard jacket, which is good, because you wouldn't want to inadvertently get rid of that. It should show something that... it should just remove the scrap button. Like if I can't scrap it. Alright, let's go to legs. I don't like how the hair pokes out, clips through some of it. I'm still not high enough to have Ronin pants. It doesn't even show what they look like.
Some things you have to grow into using.
These elder pants, I can wear those.
Now you're covered.
Yeah, the Ronin pants, man, level 25. Alright, let's look at shoulders. I changed my headgear, it just doesn't fit. It's probably the closest thing. Too bad. Looking at my energy regen here. I like this one here. At least the front of it. I don't like the look of this one, but it doesn't give me much. Some of the good looking ones don't give you much benefit. A bummer. I guess I'll just take this one because it gives me a benefit. Alright,
Hold on tight. All ashore that's going ashore. Look,
we're gonna do...
Without your help, the hoof puff is sure to take out a root of the tree of life. Wishes you goodbye.
See, it syncs okay when I'm not actually on the water with it. That's interesting. Alright, so let's leave my mark.
Let's see.
Now I have a new spawn point, or fast travel point. Maybe these are still trees. I think I was looking at this ice something and assuming that that was what was all in here. This is Noko, I believe. Alright, anyway, we are on a mission.
And the open goo before you.
For the goo glide. Little something over there to...
That's Camp Brug, full of bandits.
Hey, those little commentary parts that Shaw does are appreciated.
Beats floating on a wheel tube.
I don't know if this goes all the way around. No, it doesn't. Is anybody familiar with the game Beyond Good and Evil? And if you are, it is an old, I think it's a PlayStation game. Might be PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. But it is an old game. And then they kind of brought it back, I think, on the Xbox 360. That's when I played it again. I think they just upgraded some of the resolution. But they were making another Beyond Good and Evil. And then it just sort of dropped off the radar. I think they just either lost funding or it just got too much for them, or maybe they're continuing to work on it, I don't know. They definitely haven't talked about it in a long, long time. And this kind of feels like something that, I mean, again, the new Beyond Good and Evil, whatever that becomes, it was on a grander scale. We're talking about planets.
Had enough of that?
This kind of feels like one of those, we had this massive plan for Biomutant, but it just wasn't attainable in the time that they had allotted. Alright, capture this thing.
You have a good eye for that stuff.
I think that might have been what happened. You know, I think this purple... Yeah, these are purple trees.
Oh,
I think these...
no! Rain!
I think these purple trees are supposed to give me an idea that there's something radioactive nearby. Again, I think these radioactive areas should automatically switch over, like the little spiral sort of switch of outfits should just automatically happen when I hit a radioactive area. But for now, I have to go into the gear, go to my outfits, go over to my radioactive suit. Now I'm suddenly ready.
That's going to leave a mark. Bruised.
Alright, good, they leave behind resources.
Wow, lucky. The day is getting on.
Again, area completed doesn't necessarily mean that there's no loot left. Make sure you continue to search in these areas.
Ring up those rungs.
All right. Back down to the gear. Again, it would just be nice to not have to switch outfits this way. Okay. Number 4. Yeah.
No one can swim this fast. This is the only way to Googlide.
Unfortunately, this is the only place that I can Googlide. The only section of the map that I can Googlide. I think those mines should be proximity versus contact mines. We'll come back to Brug's camp later. Oh, looks like I might need a another hazard suit. I think the other hazard suit that I need is the cold hazard suit. And then I should have all 4 of them.
That's a keeper.
Be nice if I could put out a quick scan for items that might be around. I think maybe games use that too much. Takes away some of the exploration aspects of the game. Alright, let's see. I got a Nautica trophy. Ride the Googlide across all water resistance levels. So I'm maxed out on the level of this glider. I like the look at that level.
Good
3.
use of scrap.
Riding the Wave, a new trophy earned. This one is find and equip 5 different Googlide upgrades. Okay. I think I like that one right there. That looks pretty cool.
Smart play there.
And I hope that it actually moves. Oh, it does. That's cool.
Vroom vroom. That's a den for dangerous critters for sure.
This is a cool looking Googlite. Yeah, again, these Googlite parts, I think everybody is going to get, because it's just part of being, part of things you collect. But it'd be cool if this paddle right here was a Googlite piece that you found out in the world that not everybody would be able to get, so it kind of makes it a little more unique. Maybe they'll have some DLC to where we can change Googlite parts, but you have to go find them versus just being given to you or purchased. Because they're not rewarding if you just purchase it. They're status symbols, I guess, but that's about it. I guess if I could chop this, chop that down. I think we'll get all these boxes, and then we'll call that a good stream. Some cool little pieces. I wasn't wanting to glide, but...
Right between the eyes. Crack a doom. So much damage. Bangarang. You're lit up. Lethal weapons.
It like zooms in on enemies that I don't really want to use my special on.
It's starting to add up.
Wow, see, like it zoomed all the way over to him, and the person that I want to use this special on is the big guy.
Bullets everywhere. might not need that now, but you will later. There are things out there waiting for you.
Alright, do I break through this? Or... They definitely came around to me, so I should be able to get around to where they were at. Okay.
This one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you only follow your own... Asks you to do... Is sad to see you're staying on this road to ruin and that you're...
Keep them in the dark. That's the way.
Couldn't stand another hour of light.
The light's still here for you when you're ready.
Nope, not gonna be
Don't
ready.
look back at that, loser.
Hey, that's not fair.
Well, the only people who whine about fairness are the ones that aren't winning.
Alright, into the dark. Let's go to the... Yeah, I don't know if there's any benefit for being in the dark because I'm dark. It would be cool if there is, but I don't feel that there is. They definitely haven't told me that there's a benefit to the player when it gets dark, when you're leaning towards the dark side. I don't know how else to say that. Doesn't look like an area I can go in. Alright, number 7 of 9 is out that direction, but I believe there's still stuff here, so there's still superb loot in here.
There are tough times ahead, no matter where you go.
No loot left behind. Be a great video game title, right? No loot left behind. Already have this one, Ronin Top. Go on my level and level up here. See if we can find better loot. Critical chance, loot chance. 10% barter, move speed. Wonder if there'll be a new game plus to where I can continue to raise up these stats. I think I'm going with strength.
Hey there, Crusher.
Alright, perks, general, what else? Wung Fu Barrage. Successive unarmed attacks increases unarmed damage by 3% up to 5 attacks. Ranged weapons have their attack damage increased with 50%, that's actually good. Melee weapons have their attack damage increased with 15%, that's also good. Your health regen is increased by 40% while in combat. Really? Ranged weapons have their attack speed increased. Ranged weapons have their reload time reduced by 33%. Wow. Toy Tinkerer, your automaton weapon inflicts 100% more... Ooh, man, these are all good. Unarmed attacks inflict 20% more damage to the target. Ranged weapons can fire 25% more shots before needing to be reloaded. Oh, that's cool. Add-ons to clothes and equipment have their armor value increased with 25%. Wow, those are all really good. Let me go over to Wung Fu, close combat. One-handed slash, I have everything there. Dual wield, I don't do a lot of dual wielding weapons. I don't do a lot of crushing weapons. It's all maxed out. That's staff is maxed out. I don't know. Ooh, Sky Spark. Well, that looks 18 for that. Wow. Moth mouth. Bile. Fungi. Rad wisps. I kind of like the look of that one. Storm hop. Oh, what? To use the mucus bubble, press the input you have bound to the ability to jump, to bounce or roll over enemies, to stick them to the bubble. If you press the bound input again, the bubble will burst and attached enemies discharge. What? That I'm waiting for 2 more just for that mucus bubble. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, keep exploring here. I don't think I've gotten everything yet. Don't want to go down just yet, because I've left something behind here on the 2nd floor. Alright, should be able to go down. Like, oh, that's my bug buddy. Okay, I'm still looking for something, I think. Let's see here. I'm looking for one more superb loot. Don't see the superb loot they're talking about. Should be able to scale these.
The light's coming back.
Maybe it's over here. Yeah, it's definitely got to be up there.
Wow, you lucked out there.
Alright, that was what I was looking for. It seems like the glider automatically initiates versus me putting an input in. At least that's what it feels like. Alright, over to the Blue Glide rec boxes. Alright, I'm gonna check real quick how long I've been streaming here. Wow, time has flown. Alright, well, we're at an hour and 40 minutes with this stream. Wow, I'm really surprised how quickly time flew on this stream. I think we'll end it right there. I'm making these streams longer and longer with Biomutant. It's got its hooks in. It really has. Not quite sure how. I mean, I'm saying a lot. I'm not quite sure how often the things that were hooking me into the game came at me, like what frequency. I think that the good parts of the game are overshadowed a little bit by the bads. And it is unfortunate that there are some bads that really have probably given such a sour taste in players' mouths to where it will cause them to give the game a poor review, when if they just stuck it out, they would find some really good elements of the game that THQ has provided us. See, I've had more and more fun with combat as I've played more and more. I actually at some point had decided to go ahead and just change the game from easy, or from hard to easy, because I felt like the combat just wasn't worth my time. But now that the combat has sort of opened up quite a bit, I think I've missed out on making the game a little bit more challenging. And I'm ready to, maybe on a New Game Plus, come back and play it on a harder difficulty. And again, you can switch it anytime you want to. Let me jump out here. Nope, I did not automatically... Let's see if there's anything new here. Still like that one. It's not as sexy as the other one, but I'm gonna keep it just because it's different. And that one has to be the coolest one.
So shiny.
Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, this is definitely the one I like. Alright. Thank you very much for joining me on this stream. Thank you very much for coming back and watching the recording of the live stream. Do me a quick favor, if you haven't already, jump down in the comment section and just say hi. Tell me a game that you'd like to see me stream more of. If you've seen it in previous streams and you'd like to see it again, let me know in the comment section. Or just name a game. If I have it in my collection, I will stream it right away. If I do not have it in my collection, I will add it to my queue of games to stream, and once it goes on sale, I'll pick it up in the store and we will stream. So hit that like or the dislike, hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you are notified when I do go live with games like Biomutant, Cyberpunk 2077, you name it. Please let me know down in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next video, which is pretty much going to be right after this because the hooks are so deep right now for Biomutant for me. I'm going to want to continue to play. So I'll see you right after this one, or I'll see you on the next video. Alright, bye.